pray all of that is deleted.
All of what?
Whatever we were just talking about.
Live?
FYI, Angela posted a picture of a flower that I need in my life.
Yo, she's been rocking it.
It's a purple one. That shit opens up like Audrey from Little Shop of Horror.
It's crazy.
It is beautiful.
Did you take the pizza out the oven?
Where is that pizza? No, I checked on it.
Why are we starting then?
It wasn't ready.
I gotta eat. I'm starving.
We can start. We can eat.
You can put the pizza right behind.
Sis, do you mind helping me with
Don't
that
eat into the mic.
pizza? It should probably be
Yeah,
close to
don't
ready
eat into the
now.
mic.
You want to look at it now? I looked at it 5 minutes ago.
Yo, should we be promoting these Girl Scout cookies?
I think that was the general question amongst the group. And in my mind, I put them up there because of who I bought them from, not about the organization. And I bought it from a dude who is dedicated on being a father, and he's
Loves support. He supports the podcast heavily.
supports a podcast heavily, and his daughter's selling Girl Scout cookies. So I'm like, yo, show love. But as an organization, I haven't heard enough negative feedback about the Girl Scouts of America. The Boy Scouts of America is like a Christian church. I'm nervous. Megatron can't be a Boy Scout.
Why do they have the little girls selling the cookies? Why aren't the adults selling it?
Girls are cuter. Mm-hmm. You know how hard it is for like a 8-year-old girl to walk up to you like, all I need you to do is give me $5 for cookies.
However, that hasn't happened, right? Because we all buy Girl Scout cookies from adults anyway.
No, I bought them from
That's very true.
supermarket. I bought it from.
Oh,
But would
you
you
have?
send your daughter to somebody's house door to door?
No.
Nope. So yeah, it's word of mouth from the
Virus is
father
out,
or the
though.
mom.
Mhm.
I'm not sending my daughter.
But in most
to door.
cases, I bought it like
Oh,
somebody.
not. I mean,
somebody
if I'm
would-
there, with her, then I would.
I don't even Halloween trick or treat, so I don't know nothing about that life. That trick or treating shit is begging.
What do you,
It's fucking begging. Nobody needs your candy, bro. Shit was 2 for $5 for me too.
Reem was like, yeah, I got it.
and, and don't send your begging ass babies to my door. The lights are off. Ain't no lights on. Out of here. We just want some snack. Nah, man. Trick or treat
outta
your
here.
ass up out of here.
Get out of here.
Mm.
So I guess to answer your question, I don't know what the stigma is around Girl Scout cookies. I just know that them shits are smacking. One. And two, the parent of the daughter that I bought them from, shout out to Phil.
Shouts Phil.
Heavy supporter of the podcast
Same.
and working father, dedicated father.
Shouts to
And I
Phil.
rep that.
Those are good quarantine cookies. Have you guys been quarantined?
I did.
Because I haven't. I've been working.
With the
Yo,
bus.
Yeah.
the buses.
I bet you
we
wiped it
need-
down the bus.
Did you
now.
do the what's the name though?
Yeah, we need
What?
those
Fuck
rides.
that.
Did you do the Uber quarantine? Paste the plastic up around your seat?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, you're tripping. What you need? Plastic budget? We got you. We need you here.
After you found out somebody, an employee might have it.
Damn. First of all, what are you sending business out there that's not even out in the streets?
Damn.
Well, we
I'm
are
concerned for you.
experts, and we are delivering the news first.
I'm concerned for you.
No, I'm good. I ain't gonna get it.
Okay.
Does it really matter if you get it?
For me, yes.
If you're under 60 years old?
Why does it matter if you get it?
So I didn't know that it's a respiratory thing.
Oh, yeah.
I have asthma.
Oh,
Really bad asthma.
You are.
Which is why I can't run the 4.3.
I knew that was coming.
Which is why I couldn't run the 4.3.
Wait.
I didn't
You
know
admitted
couldn't
to not being
I
able
didn't
to
know
run
you
the
couldn't
4.3? I didn't know that. So I was like, yo.
I thought you could run the 4.3.
I thought it was 4.29.
No, it's 4.3. It was always 4.3.
But you put it out there. Nobody,
I did.
Nobody asked you.
But I didn't know that I had asthma. It just recently has been coming out.
Is it asthma or is it
It's
bronchitis?
recently.
It's something that kills me when I run. Like I can't breathe. It's like
After,
like a fat lady sitting on my chest.
so what, after like 3-5, you pass out?
Memo to self.
You
If
can't
you're
get up.
chasing Alex, just jog. Just do the Michael Myers walk. He will eventually run out of air.
So is it up to like, so before 4-3, you pass out?
I don't know. I haven't tested it, but I know that it's there.
How do you combat that?
With that placebo ass shit where you just
Yeah.
Like if we get to I Am Legend style, and motherfuckers start going into people's cribs.
I know. I'm
how
gonna,
are you combating that?
I'm overpowering that. Mind over matter. Just not right now. I just don't need to do mind over matter right now.
Okay.
I'm not running. Walk in this house if you want to. I ain't running.
All right.
Fuck it. I'll die right here. I'll die right here. Like, it is what it is. And I don't have shit either. I don't want you to think you're walking into some personal arsenal, some artillery. Nah, it's just me, a bat, and 2 butter knives.
Do people keep shit in their house anymore?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Middle America, walk in that house if you want to. Niggas hit 2 buttons, everything opens up.
Shit.
Day after tomorrow.
What does Chappelle say?
No. That's not the thing that I was talking
Buckshot
about.
versus.
Those aren't the things that I was
Buckshot,
talking
bow.
about.
What are you talking about?
I mean, do people keep expensive things in their houses like that?
If they do, they got a safe.
If they do, they're above my.
Like crazy, right? But like average, you and I.
No.
The most revenue generating thing that I have in my house
Is you?
is me.
Right?
It is me.
You gonna take me? You gotta take me.
Take me, hold
You
me
gotta take
hostage,
me.
and then you still have to send me to work.
Right.
You got to force me to sign my checks over. That's it.
Depending on the lifestyle you're living. But, average
Here we
9
go.
to 5.
There we go.
folks.
Bob's taking us to the streets.
No.
Nah, he's right though.
Average 9 to 5, folks, like Shorty said,
Get their checks on Friday.
She said, I ain't waiting till Friday.
That's the most bullshit, yo.
Why does she think she's getting some of my check?
But why she think you got to wait till Friday?
Power
Oh,
of
true.
the
Everybody waits-
PUSSY.
But I'm saying,
Because in her mind,
I
you
got a
ain't get
couple
paid.
dollars.
Nah, you didn't get paid till Friday though.
And honestly,
So I got no money till
you
Friday.
were spending money on Thursday waiting for
I got
that
no
debit
money.
and credit not
True.
to post until
Right.
Friday. You actually wait until Friday
at South
under.
Street.
You were waiting for that pending.
Yeah, pending.
You knew it wasn't
Wait for
going to
that.
be posted yet.
That shit was crazy to me.
Why that sense of entitlement?
Well, first of all, why
Facts.
don't we tell people what we're talking about? How about we start there? Who sent
Oh,
it?
we're on.
I sent it.
Hey.
Hey.
Yo. What up, man? Growing Pains Podcast. What episode is this?
It's 86.
Ochento.
Hey man,
Seis.
we came back strong after that poor performance.
After you shouted out how bad we were.
We performed though. We performed. See,
Minor
accountability.
setback for major comeback.
So that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Accountability. Sometimes it works.
All right.
Was this 86?
I just don't like when
86.
you say it.
Why?
You niggas fucked up last night. Y'all done fucked up the church's money, and I'll be damned if you do it again this week. Fine, Alex. Best performance I can do right now.
Bam, and then we gave it to him.
85 was.
I've never been
shout
more
out to-
afraid of a
shout out
light
to
skinned
Ev.
nigga in my life.
Ever hit us in the group text? He didn't have your number. He said 85 was our best work yet.
Mm.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to Ev.
And in true Lex fashion, my man replies back with 4 hearts. Ev says, yo, my man, don't ever send me 4 hearts again. And he say, see what happens when I open up and I'm not death prepping, but I'm just showing love. They'll keep showing the love, Al. I did
4
fine by
hearts.
it.
Love, man. Love.
Now, that's what I
Love.
try to imply, but apparently we can't do that around here.
No,
so
of course you can.
Of course you
keep
can.
showing
So
love.
I'll
F got deal.
go back to death prepping.
Who's next, dog? Who's
You
next
niggas
on the
know
list?
That should have. That
Yo,
should.
do you keep a tally? Like you already got us.
That
You got,
should
like,
have.
who's next?
That should have been a reply. Like, yo, I'm not gonna cry at your funeral. Ev.
Think about that. That's the barometer of how much
Oh, he
loves
heard
us.
it. He heard it, so
If-
he knows.
If I'm not crying at your funeral, I loved you while you were alive.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm crying at your funeral, didn't really give a fuck. I'm just really sad that I'm at a funeral.
I haven't gotten to you yet. I haven't gotten to you in the
Yeah.
death prep list. Like, yeah,
You were
weren't-
16.
You were priority, dog. You
I'm
were,
on 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're bad.
It's love.
Yeah,
You're back to these bitches that
so it was,
are entitled to.
I think it looks like.
And we did that with no topics last week.
We have topics tonight. Hold on a second. We need it. Just a little gospel.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was
Just
an
a little
alarm.
gospel.
Should have answered it.
Nah, that's my alarm.
That was an alarm.
Every now and then, I want Jesus to touch me. Hey, Reem, did you pray? I'm not religious, but at least think about it.
Yeah, so it looks like a podcast, Big Homie's House. And the title was, or whatever they were talking about at that moment was, Our 9 to 5 Dudes Out of Style.
We are.
What? Oh,
Oh,
sis.
we have a guest in the house today, and unfortunately,
She's been here for like 5 podcasts.
Word.
Hasn't said a word in those 5 podcasts. We talk about 9 to 5 dudes.
Out of style. Yes.
Quick. Yes.
you know what's crazy though?
So she's talking about us.
Yes. All of us.
Non 5 niggas are the brokest. It's the same 1% that we're talking about being the elites of the world.
Yeah.
There's 1% of non 9 to 5ers that have a shitload of money because they've created their own business. Yeah. The majority is 9 to 5.
Do you think that she believes what she was saying, or was it just
100%?
Clout? Or was it clout?
On the podcast?
Yes.
Both.
When we have songs that get regurgitated through the world, that's like big Birkin bag, give a fuck about a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then people repeat that kind of shit. And then you hear the situation with Meg Thee Stallion, who is talking about being a boss bitch, don't even know what's in her contract. But nobody gets down to that level of detail. They just, oh, I feel like a boss. I feel like you're not even controlling your own destiny. But you want
under somebody else's record label.
And my $68,000 a year is inadequate. That ain't enough. I got a home. Figures. Even if it's 6 figures.
No, I'm just not.
Right? Like, like when I say my $68,000 a year, that's what I want the world to know, believe. Right? But at that same time, that's not adequate enough that I own my home. All of my bills are paid. I can afford to take us on a trip a year. Yeah. But I can't afford to buy you a Birkin bag and a pair of $3,000 shoes 2 times a year. Not going to happen. I'm out of style. Yeah. I don't want to be in style then.
Because you can't afford what she perceives as good living. Whatever she's thinking. No. I'm not waiting till Friday.
Go get it from the other. Go get it from the next dude. That's what I say. I don't give a shit.
You know what's crazy? Can you buy it for yourself?
No.
Because if you could buy it for yourself, then that's an expectation that you can expect for someone else.
That's a good point. Very good point.
You can't buy it from yourself for yourself.
But I think even on there, she talks about how even if she says at some point, even if you make $500,000 a year and you work at Wall Street, I still don't want it. I want that fast money. That's what she says. Man,
I gotta go, shorty.
She's probably had about 25 boyfriends already.
You know what the problem is? It's us.
I was just about to say
it's
that.
men.
I agree.
I was about to say that, man. There's a double-edged sword here.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, she may be wrong, but there's people out there that are providing that lifestyle for her. That's like, nah, you don't just.
This is the norm.
There's guys that walk in the club like, yo, I don't care if you got a man. Look what I could do for you.
All I have to do is not cheat and suck his dick when he wants, and I get everything I want. Okay. For me, I'm like, not cheat and suck my dick was a prerequisite for my 9 to 5 ass. You needed that for the 68 grand a year. What is you talking about? But it speaks to our ability to accept that kind of shit. Like, I'm a dude who will bring not a table. I'll bring a kitchen to the table. I do that, and you say my kitchen is inadequate because it didn't come with quartz and a rainfall countertop. And then I ask you where you live, and you're like, with my mother. Oh, then don't ask me for shit. Like, yeah, you talk about.
The money will run dry at some point.
9 to 5.
Unless you hit that 1%, like you guys say. Yeah. Unless you hit that 1%.
Here's a factual thing. 9 out of 10 self-initiated businesses fail. It's a 90% failure ratio. So if you're not 9 to 5, and you hear this from everybody who is successful now, Tiffany Haddish lived in a car. Steve Harvey was homeless at a time.
Tyler
Perry, again.
Jay Electronica.
Where they're investing in themselves. So now imagine, you don't have the stomach to deal with a 9 to 5 dude. How the fuck are you going to deal with the self-employed guy who has to go broke for the chance to make it?
Or probably never home. You probably never see that guy because he's always working.
Has to be. I think it's unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Bam. It went in one ear and out the other. I don't give a shit.
I thought it was just funny.
No, I thought it was funny too. But speaking of, it's a double-edged sword, and it's a men thing because we do it, right? Jessica sent me this DM that I guess somebody posted. It's a dude DMing a chick. So he's talking about, yo, this is what he says. I have an annual salary of $123,000, which comes down to
Ballin'.
$109 after taxes.
Ballin'.
I can provide a stable home, environment, consistent praise, weekly dinner dates, and never-ending love and affection. In addition to this, I can cover, at minimum, car, rent, gas, and electric. And if necessary, an allowance of some sorts. It's that serious. What's your current relation status? If you're not single, I'll pay your man to leave you alone. I'm up next.
See, that's a sucker.
That is what's causing these chicks to
Yeah,
say what the
it's a
fuck
fucking
they
sucker.
say.
A fucking sucker.
I was with him with everything else. Like
Nobody else jumped immediately to small dick size. Like I immediately thought this guy is a little dick. Pay you an allowance to be with me?
How much would you take? If he wants your girl and you both say yes, how much are you taking? How much you want?
Fam, a conversation.
No. I can get the money,
A conversation.
No, he's paying.
but you can get the bread.
Yes. So he wants your girl.
That doesn't mean the bread doesn't come with a conversation.
It has to start there.
You said how long does it? What does it
It's
take?
more of a negotiation.
Okay. Yeah.
You said 109 after taxes.
After taxes.
I'm gonna need 800 a month, and I'll leave her alone. I'll never text her again.
For how long?
I'm giving this nigga child support. I'm giving this nigga child support
saying,
figures.
dog.
Like,
Yeah.
no problem. You got it, bro. And I need that until he's 18.
I mean, you asking, right? He asking.
He asking. He wants your girl.
What kind of low self-esteem ass motherfucker does it take?
Or he thinks that because he has money, he can. That's what.
We just found out that that's not money. 109.
Well, to her, to that girl, it's not money that said that shit. But to other girls, that's money.
It should be.
So, I don't know. I'm just saying.
109 after taxes. If you are living within your means, meaning you probably have a mortgage sub $2,000 a month, you have a car note sub $500 a month, credit card expenditures, this, that, and the third, you're still walking around with $3,000 a month after all your costs. If your first thought is, I'm going to use that additional capital to pay a nigga to not talk to my girl, you're a low self-esteem nigga.
So absolutely right at any cost, but I don't think everybody's thinking like you.
No, and that's my point.
So some people hear the 109.
Well, Bubba, I have a big dick, so yeah, they're not thinking like me. I'm paying in dick deposits. That negates how much it costs. You're happy to be with me because you're with me.
So
Damn, we got every 10 minutes Jesus calling.
Jesus, what do you want?
You heard me talk about my big dick. He's like, Reem, calm down. Calm down. And by big, I mean like plus 3 inches.
Plus 3 inches.
Ain't no shrimp around here.
All right.
I think that video from that Jersey club got Reem heated a little bit.
Yo, tight about it.
Yo, that video. We were supposed to talk about it, but whatever.
Man.
We're past that. All right, where we at?
Oh,
It's
shit.
above me.
How was your weekend?
Quarantined.
How was the weekend? The weekend was quarantine, wasn't
Quarantine day 5.
Yeah.
it? Yo, every week we've come in here and it's been a different level. Have y'all noticed that? Like we come in here, it's been like, holy shit, this is crazy. And
Is
then
this
it was
happening?
Like, oh, the NBA shut down. And then, holy shit, we're getting what? School shut down? What's going on?
I gotta stay home? Is Rudy Gobert the savior of America?
What? Who's Rudy Gobert?
Plays-
The baseball player?
No, he
The
plays for
basketball
Jazz.
player who got
Utah
diagnosed with corona that eventually led to the shutdown of the NBA, which eventually led to the escalated shutdowns of everything else. Remember, you said it. You said tomorrow we're going to wake up and everything's going to be different. Because what about when healthy people, not just healthy, but the most extreme athletes of the world catch it?
Yeah.
Which they are.
And it happened. And that next day, the NBA suspended the NBA. And once that happened, the trickle-down effect across America happened. And Rudy Gobert was the person that initiated it. And as a result, we're all in this quarantine state where we're limiting the spread collectively of this disease. Did he just save the world?
I looked at a map. I don't know if he's limiting I don't know if we're limiting the spread. China hasn't reported any cases in the past 7 days, though.
It's dying out.
We continue to, like, there was a Republican that just got it.
Oh, I think we haven't. I don't think we've hit the tip over here in America yet of what's about to come. But China's, they knew something. They had something right.
A lot of people are going to die?
In China, though, what are we talking about? 180, 200,000 confirmed cases?
Wasn't that much?
Confirmed cases, not deaths.
No,
I haven't heard that we breached 100,000 deaths. We haven't done that.
We haven't breached 100,000
globally.
Cases globally. In China, I think it was like 80 something.
Right.
80,000. 90,000.
And now they tempered it. It's cooled out.
Yeah.
They built
Starting
their
to
own
level.
hospital.
Built their own hospital.
But they built the hospital in 10 days. Like
crazy.
For it.
Like a huge hospital.
South Korea had it down packed, and then somebody wanted to be a wild person and had it, got confirmed, and wanted to mingle with everybody and spread it.
That shit happened in Japan too.
They out here sanitizing the streets.
Matter of fact, that shit happened in Kentucky too.
Kentucky, yeah, home doing in Kentucky.
There are individuals who have confirmed cases of corona who are purposely intent on spreading it. So cops are sitting outside of his house making sure he don't go nowhere. I am, again,
taking the backyard.
We talked a long time ago about if I would put my son down if he was out here a mass murderer. I would put him down. If you are willingly deciding to spread a virus that you know will kill people, I put you down. Take him out back, old Yeller style.
Conspiracies are running wild right now. I love it.
I love it too.
Oh, they're running wild. I'm
having so much fun.
I haven't committed to any of them yet.
I think that's the best part about being quarantined. It's you can go down rabbit holes like crazy, right?
Like, people I know that don't usually go down these rabbit holes are going down these rabbit holes.
The problem is when you start believing. Like, people start believing it and they start texting you all this crazy shit, and you're like, yo, all right. I think you're starting to believe this shit. Like, that's funny. Like,
fam, one of them was the coronavirus isn't real. This is by the way, The Simpsons. I don't know what's up with The Simpsons.
Simpson one was good. Yeah,
did you see that one?
What, the bubble?
Good.
They called it.
No, not the bubble.
No, they called it.
They had a bunch of execs, like NBC execs and a whole bunch of popular people sitting around at a table talking about what was it that they were trying to commit? They were trying to do something.
We need the next national scare.
Yes.
And it's like, only if we have a disease that's undetectable that we can infect somebody with.
Who got it?
NBC.
NBC
got it.
NBC got it.
Hey, yo, he pulled the suitcase out like, we just so happen to have this disease. NBC, come here, let me try you out.
It.
So yeah, them conspiracies. So the one that I read was, and I guess this, I don't know if anybody's familiar with QAnon or whatever the hell. They're a right-wing conspiracy. They love Trump. So their conspiracy is that Trump is on a worldwide sweeping of pedophiles, and this is how he's getting them. So supposedly, Tom Hanks is a pedophile, and that's why he's in Australia and he won't come back. Dog, I almost went down the rabbit hole. I was like, nah, you ain't getting me.
Almost. You too, Alex.
Almost. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yo, you heard black people can't get coronavirus?
Yeah, I heard that a long time ago. Yeah. When it first
Rudy Gobert got it.
I know.
Donovan Mitchell got it. But then black as shit. Then there was a nigga's name is Donovan.
Donovan. Yeah, before Donovan Mitchell got confirmed, they were saying Rudy Gobert is not black. He's
I did see that.
I prescribe to that 1/5 shit. If you have 1/5 of African American blood in your body, you's a nigga. So you know, My conspiracy theory is I think that this is all based on the vaccine agenda. But then that breaks off into separate shit. I initially thought that the vaccine was a ploy to make up for losses due to the crackdown on opioids. So we can't sell opioids the way that we used to. Let's go ahead and release this shit, and then we'll create a vaccine for it, and then we'll make people pay for this shit every year. But then I'm listening on, it was Instagram, and what I didn't take into account is what can go into a vaccine. Because a vaccine can have a tracker. A vaccine can limit your life expectancy. So now I administer this vaccine to select people. Some people who are part of the agenda get the placebo. You don't really need it. Corona ain't that serious. But you're black and not part of the New World Order. You're Mexican, not part of the New World Order.
So
I like it. I like it.
And we hit you with this vaccine that says you won't live beyond 50. And the whole time you think you're getting healthier. Or even worse, I hit you with a vaccine that just tracks you. Anytime you go into anywhere and they take your blood,
but
you're
we don't.
one of those
But they don't
people.
need that though. You got cell phones. You got cell phones. I know where you are anyways. You got a cell phone.
But what if I could manage you now through the vaccine?
How you manage me?
You
Because
need new
now,
medicine.
through the cell phone. The cell phone allows some sort of electronics and some sort of Wi-Fi signaling, and this vaccine now makes you susceptible to Wi-Fi signaling.
No, dead ass. Don't put limits on the technology.
Am I on it?
Yeah, don't put limits on technology.
I hate you.
If you have the vaccine and you also have a cell phone,
you gotta get it charged
you
up
get
every
cancer.
year.
You get cancer 6 times faster than everybody else.
I'm with you. I'm listening. I'm here.
Like, and I'm only giving that to
So you
the
have to
people
go-
who
you haven't
aren't
been at
part of
work?
the agenda.
You
I
been in
haven't
the
been
house?
at work.
He's been quarantined. You guys are lucky.
Damn.
None of you got it. One of y'all want to cough on me so I can get
Nah,
it too?
I thought I had it. Not gonna lie, I thought I had it, bro. I woke up one morning, I was like, I got tightness in my chest. Fuck. This is that Rona. This is that Rona.
But what they're putting out there, because now every person that is of celebrity status is getting plastered all over the news. But what they're not saying is regular folk like us, if we even feel like we have it, like say you do, I think I got it, go to the hospital or call your primary care and be like, yeah, I think I got it. Stay in the house.
Go home.
Yep.
How come the celebrities can get tested?
Hey, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
What's your anxiety level right now? Like, what are you at? Are you at like an orange?
I'm
or
at the floor.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
you're
not.
green.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
green.
I think I can survive Corona. So
Yeah.
I'm still
until like a basketball player dies or something.
Oh shit, the soccer player.
Like yeah, I'm not to point.
Nah, I kind of need one of y'all.
But like a healthy, you know.
if
what I'm
one of
saying?
you, if Alex drops,
Damn, why
Yeah,
can't you
yeah.
because you still fucking around with the public.
It's not my choice.
and with
Alex
that
has
prepped
asthma.
already.
Yeah, if Alex,
Did you did it without me?
Yeah, with that prep already.
if Alex
You told us how to do
shows
it.
up next week to the podcast looking like the Thriller video, right? Then I'm like, oh shit's real.
Looking like 50 Cent in that movie.
Yeah, nigga lost 108 pounds in 4 weeks. If that happens, then I'm like, shit is real. But I just don't believe in the mortality rate. I really think it's fear to get you to subscribe to the vaccine. And I don't know what the fuck that vaccine does. I have no idea.
I like it. I love all these conspiracies.
I just came from my
theories, man.
parents' house. They was like, "What you doing outside?"
Yeah.
You let me in.
Hey,
You fucked up. We all got it, baby.
they looking at you like, this nigga's lethal. You got a haircut? Oh. Do you know what your barber did this week?
How many clippers have that head?
But they let me in. No problem.
They sprayed me with alcohol when I got up.
I'm on the couch, sitting down. No, my mother did say, "Here, take this." Hand sanitizer.
Look, Your mama cares about her
no.
life.
My father dapped me up. My mother hit me with the elbow.
Yeah. Not over here, dog. Not over here.
I can't get hugs from mom.
So,
All right,
no.
maybe I'm not in green no more. I'm in orange. If I can't get hugs from my mom,
She really
I'm
hit
in
me with
orange.
my mother really hit me with the elbow. I was like,
I'm in
She
a
don't
DEF
want
CON 2.
She don't want
that
it.
was the one person I expected to be like. She was like,
Nah.
Son,
Yeah.
I went to shows. Anybody that look older than me,
she hit me with the
I
elbow.
held my breath.
Hit you with that one.
You held your breath.
No, cover.
Anybody that looked older than me, I held
Yeah.
my breath.
Yeah.
I was like,
Stay away.
motherfucker look about 42. Where's the cilantro?
Oh, my parents are 60 plus. So.
Fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Shit. So you're mad that celebrities are getting tested and not like
Regular folk.
Regular folk are
Hell
being
yeah.
told to stay
Of
home.
course.
That makes sense.
Idris Elba said he has no symptoms.
Asymptomatic.
Which
That's
is
what that means.
Which is why
But
every
he
time
has the virus.
does he? Oh, he got tested, right?
I honestly
Tested
believe
positive.
we all have it.
Maybe.
We all have
It's
it.
like the flu.
Yeah, it's done deal. We all got it. We all contracted it. Not everybody's gonna
You
die
didn't
from
think
it.
that?
I'm gonna go.
I don't know about Alex, though. He got asthma. So
Nah, I'm not dying.
But
I'm not dying.
I think we all have it, but why the fuck would Idris Elba with no symptoms be afforded a test more
Because he has money and he's popular.
exactly versus a person who is
Because he
bleeding snot out of the nose, coughing at the goddamn hospital? Like, hey, just go home. Capitalism.
Does what's his Idris?
Idris.
Does
Idris.
Idris Elba post like that all the time?
Yeah.
Does he?
Not about his like I'm dying of a rare
No, but he
disease.
posts like that. Like he's.
Oh
always
yeah,
posting
remember
like
he
that?
dropped that song Bossy.
I don't remember that.
It's actually a
And
cool
he used to be a DJ.
reggae sound.
Used to be a DJ.
But he posts all the time. But you don't hear about I'm sick.
No.
And he posted that shit with his girl
yeah, she
in
has
the
nothing.
background, like she's good. I'm dying.
He's like, I just hit it 5 minutes ago. She got nothing.
That whole video didn't look awkward to you when you looked at that video.
I didn't look at it. I seen
Look
the
staged.
Can we just talk about the
Oh.
feminine concern? I feel like for women, when Idris Elba announced he had fucking corona, they were like, oh. Now they husbands got it. Don't give a fuck. It's a 9-to-5 ass nigga anyway.
Feminine concern went up. It
And
went
he
up
got
to
it.
orange.
Idris got it.
And he got a girl.
Oh my god.
And he got a girl. And he got a girl.
Oh my
Did
god.
I even know?
Idris got it.
Oh well.
Damn.
I would get it if Idris had it.
Honestly, we should die together. We should die together.
Shit.
I don't even live with him. He don't even know me. But if he goes, I want to go too. Fucking damn.
Y'all think Trump is gonna get it?
Did he get tested?
Got it.
He got tested.
Yeah.
He got
no.
tested?
He did get tested.
Said he got it.
Oh, he said he got
he got
tested.
tested.
You're
and
right.
then he said, I'm good. Which I thought was the most pompous thing that you can fucking do. I don't give a fuck about you, president.
But he's been downplaying this virus from the beginning.
Weeks. We have the best controls.
Even when he goes out there and he's like, oh, yeah, protect yourself, wash your hands. What you want me to say?
Keep
6
feet away from each other.
People for a little bit.
Mind
So
you,
we say so.
they're all close together while they're doing it.
This
He was
made me,
coughing in the side of it.
this also made me see how nasty people are.
And we're still one of the cleanest countries in the world.
Like people are putting a post up that public bathrooms that they're kicking the handle with their foot. I said I've been doing that.
Yes.
Really? Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, now I hit that restroom all paw. I like lick my hand for open. I wash my hands after.
Like,
And that's the crazy shit. When I leave a restroom, I won't touch it on the way out.
no, whatever.
I don't even flush. If that's just not automatic, then
Yeah,
you're just gonna
nah.
have this piss sitting inside
Yeah.
of you, like whatever. But
on my foot, but
on the way in, I'm in.
and you wash your hands. So if it doesn't have an air dryer, right? You take the paper towel. You
Remember when I told you everybody, and you told me this? I learned this from Dave. Everybody needs an old nigga in their corner. That's like, don't do that. That's 5 to 10. I met an old nigga in a Home Depot bathroom. and use the bathroom like two gentlemen. He's on his stall, I'm on my stall. We both washing our hands. And when he walks out, he takes an extra napkin and opens the door.
Yeah.
And he's like, see, you know why I do this, right? Because it's a bunch of motherfuckers that don't wash their hands before they leave. And if you don't cover your hand, then you just got their dick on your hand. I was like, message
Perspective, right? Put it in
received.
perspective.
Message. Message.
But I've always bought like Clorox wipes for the bathrooms in my house, and always told my kids, I don't care if you feel like you ain't splashed nothing on the toilet. After you're done, wipe the toilet seat down. Especially my son.
I should probably start saying that.
I said, wipe the toilet seat down. You have two women in this house that are gonna have to sit on that.
They're gonna have to sit on this urine.
And so it's like, these are things I've been doing, and I'm like, people are like, nah.
But you know, you don't pay attention to it. Like, you don't realize that there's a splashback. Like, you can't shoot somebody up close without getting blood on you.
Yeah.
You don't think that when you peeing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah,
And
I'm
close
hitting
to
the
the
middle
streets.
of it. I didn't piss on the toilet bowl, but the whole time it's hitting, it's sprinkling back up.
That's a good point.
I'm close to the streets, huh?
Yeah, you mad close.
You just said, I didn't know nothing about that.
Nah.
Reem's been killing people on this podcast, bro, for the past since 2020.
Bubba like, hey, you gonna get this blowback.
Oh, man.
You know what I've been doing for fun? Go on to Channel 30, ESPN, and laugh because there's no sports. And it's
I haven't watched it.
It is the most hilarious thing to see.
It's
What
the
is
saddest shit ever, bro.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know why
What's
it's
happening?
hilarious.
Because
There's nothing to. They don't have
nobody
nothing to
playing.
talk about. They don't have nothing to talk about.
Nobody's
so it's
playing
fucking
anything.
beautiful.
I haven't
what
been
do they talk
on-
about?
It's like CNN now.
No, they show like highlights of
They're showing old games.
Eastern, Western, All-Star
And
games.
then League Pass is
of-
giving free League Pass until April 22nd for just so you can watch old games and reruns.
It is the funniest thing to me.
It's the saddest thing to me.
I was shooting hoops in my kitchen.
Yo,
Where you-
us without sports
You don't
is
need it.
un-American.
You don't need it. That's
It
what it's
ain't
showing.
American.
You don't need it. It is
Yeah,
what it's
yeah,
You
showing.
I
say
mean,
that, but I'm telling
I was
you
playing
that
basketball in the
me
kitchen.
and Megatron in here right now is like a PG version of Oz. I'm about to fuck him up over these brownies. Like, me and him are really about to brawl about this brownie commissary because we could be watching the game. That game would de-escalate shit. Instead, he's like,
Or you be out at a game.
ain't no games on, so I'm just gonna play Madden all day. I don't want to watch you playing Madden all day. Well, we only got one TV in the living room. Did you just challenge me?
So you want to fight?
What'd you say?
So you want to fight?
That shit is happening in here on a daily basis.
So you want to fight? The
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
I
wanna
gotta
fight.
kill you for this
That's
TV.
Oh,
Yeah, legit, almost shanked my son with a butter knife. Like, yo, we cutting on The Office on Netflix, or you about to catch your shank? Yeah,
I found out how many smart people are in the world
8.
during the
Yeah,
quarantine.
it's about 8.
Everybody's smart.
Us 4 and then 4 others.
We are the experts.
Us 4 and about 4
So-
others.
Oh, man.
I'm just happy
This
to be
whole
here.
social distancing thing, right? Do you think we've been doing that
No,
via social media?
Yeah.
no.
What do you mean?
Yeah, we've been doing it in a way of communication.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about
like we've changed it to virtual communication is now more acceptable than it used to be.
text message.
But it's also encouraged you to go to larger crowd. The cloud chasing aspect of it. Of I'm at Summer Jam. Post. You don't have to be at Summer Jam, but I'm still here around 30,000 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So in a way, yeah, I'm not connected to the rest of the world, but in order for me to get the clout I want,
Mhm.
I go around the rest of the world.
The club too,
yeah.
right? Like I'm not coming to the club to dance with women. I got a couple dollars tonight. I want to buy a bottle, couple bottles. I have like 4 people, my guys in there, pictures.
Right.
Post it.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm going to the club. What's up, girl? You trying to dance? One dance. One dance. That's how I'm doing. I feel you.
But that's why because people rather do text. Like my mother would be like, I want to see you sometime. Like don't
She's old school though.
text me.
Yeah. She handed this motherfucker hand sanitizer today. No hug.
Yeah.
You know who put it in perspective for me? My man, Tony Rock, Anthony Billups. What up, bro? He negotiates commercial contracts for air conditioning units, and he does it on a commercial scale for stadiums, hotels, things of that nature. He's working on a deal for the new LA Rams stadium, and one of the biggest priorities in the whole deal was the Wi-Fi, because they want people to be able to post immediately what's going on, go live. And without the right Wi-Fi bandwidth, they wouldn't be able to do it. So that's the point that brings me back to, yeah, we socially distance, but we don't socially distance from our immediate radius. We socially distance from the people that we just want clout from. So in your immediate area, just 100,000 fucking people.
Yeah.
So yeah, to that point,
and that could be why, like, you got Verizon, you got certain cable companies now
5G, 6G,
but saying now we will extend. We're not expecting you to pay your bill until a certain date, so that way you have.
I didn't get that email.
The Wi-Fi. No.
Yeah, shit. Tell me, I gotta.
I don't know if they're sending that out to customers or they're just posting it.
Do they know that
So
I'm a 9 to 5 nigga and women don't respect me? I need to know that.
I know Metro is paying people's bills, or not paying them, but extending.
Metro PCS or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Damn, they don't even got money.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. There's a store everywhere.
Metro
There is a
PCS
store everywhere.
There's a store everywhere.
and Metro PCS is
It's like
about
a corner.
that.
It's like a local
Cash.
bodega.
They ain't about credit. You're gonna
it's
set
cash only
me up
type of
for
thing.
a direct deposit,
Yeah,
and you're gonna pay.
Damn.
Yeah, they got a lot of cash on hand.
it's like a local bodega. Them shits is.
Them shits is everywhere. You ain't lying.
Their service is good too. Why we
I don't know.
I think they use T-Mobile's.
Yeah, T-Mobile's.
I kind of
network.
bundled
Network.
my cell phone with my cable bill. This and that. Third. Only reason why I'm not on Metro PCS.
Shit.
I'll get an Obama phone right now. I'm in DEFCON orange, so let me get this government funded phone.
Shit, I would too. As technology gets scarier. What they can do.
What do you
So
think is
you-
next? What do you think is next?
I think what's next is either the tracker or the cancer in the vaccination for coronavirus.
Listen, I just finished watching Hunters.
It's a good one.
I haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
Word?
I haven't
You
started
put me
it yet.
onto it.
I know, and then I stopped for whatever reason. I don't know what it was.
Watching,
It got too German.
catching the end of that got me thinking about this coronavirus, but I can't speak on why.
Okay.
Fair
All right.
Damn it! I thought,
Hunters is
wasn't it
fire.
your honorable mention?
It was his.
It was.
It was. He put
Yeah.
me onto it. And I
You
watched.
ain't
Hey, I
finished?
breezed through it, bro.
That was
I
like,
went.
that was,
not-
yeah, I watched it. Well, I watched it in 2 days.
Well, we know how you do.
Yeah,
It's actually
we
really
know.
good. Al Pacino. I knew he was a snake.
yeah.
I won't say no more.
Okay,
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't even started.
I was
so.
kind of upset. It's my guy, Al Pacino.
I knew he was a snake. Couple move here, couple move there, a
Yeah.
meal here, a meal there.
Yeah,
It's no problem. I don't
I
get no kids.
I like it.
Ready?
I like it already.
Talk to me, fellas.
Oh.
Jay-Z, Jay Electronica, dropped an album. How we feeling about that?
Chicka man, you heard?
That's right.
I like it.
Wait, is this bias, Bub, or are you?
You asked me a question.
I did, but I have to separate.
You asked me a question.
I have to separate who's answering the question.
So don't ask me the question then.
I asked everybody the question. You're the first one to answer.
Okay, sorry.
As a person who has only been through the album 3/4 of the way, if you like the album,
Oh, so you're still on your first listen?
yeah,
Okay.
if you like the album, you're a Jay fan. And I think that the J in Jay Electronica stands for Jay-Z, and the electronica part stands for Jay Electronica.
I don't understand why he had to come out with Jay-Z.
Me either.
I'm so confused by that.
I do. Because he can rap.
Okay.
To sustain a
Your
whole
first-
album.
This is like a Watch the Throne, but it's not Watch the Throne.
Exactly.
No, it isn't. That's a bad
No.
name
What else?
to a Watch the Throne.
No.
Watch the Throne was.
It's
you
not
and
a
I had
commercial
like a
aspect.
verse for verse
No.
email session.
So what I
Remember
mean?
that?
We're going to have it.
So what I mean?
No, not
so,
with this album went out.
So
You
what
don't think so?
No,
I'm not interested in that.
no.
You're not interested in the whole album.
There was
I think
with the Watch the
good.
Throne. It was back to backs with Jay-Z, right? And Kanye.
You didn't
I
like
don't mean
444 either. Though.
I don't mean in comparison as far as what the albums are. One out, honestly, it was unexpected for me. I was like, all right, I want to hear Jay Electronica. I want to hear the album. And then when I heard the first song, I'm like, oh, okay, got a whole feature.
Second song.
Yeah.
Third song.
I'm like, wait.
But doesn't it heighten Jay Electronica's bars? Because that's what it's doing for me right now.
It's
and again,
making me have to listen to him.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then when you do, again, I have graded Jay Electronica on the Control song with him, Big Sean, and Kendrick.
But he's
And
had
I'm like,
songs prior to that.
I get all of that. but
Exhibit C and Exhibit B
didn't-
or whatever it was.
I didn't hear none of that
Which are
shit.
better?
I heard him for the first time I heard him rap was on the Control song, and I'm like, he's out of his league. Now he's going back to back with Hove, who's my favorite rapper. Whatever, that's my bias.
Mhm.
And he's actually stepping up. I'm like, oh, that's a bar. That's a bar. So Jay's presence, to your point, Bub, is making me listen to him. And the more that I listen to him, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait for him to get into this argument with Jewish people.
Honestly, the first listen, I was like, I don't know what the fuck Jay Electronica is even talking about.
The Jizza.
I was like,
Nah, you understand the jizz though.
I understand Jay Electronica.
I understand Jay Electronica too. I mean,
but first listen, I was just like, and then it took me.
I'm about to say I smell skunk.
Oh,
Our studio audience right now just so happens to be breaking up the coronavirus antidote, marijuana.
I don't know how I feel about a billionaire talked to me about being Muslim. Is he Muslim now? Is he a 5%er?
No.
Because it sounds like he converted.
He's more Jewish than Muslim.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You got that? How'd you get that?
Conservative Democrat. I'm trying to make this money, bro.
Okay.
But if you
But
also,
socially conscious.
but like I said, if you listen to most '80s rappers, they were very much 5%er ish.
Yes.
God body, and I think Jay is part of that particular group. That's
Yeah,
where he
but
comes from.
But he hasn't done that ever in his career until 444 and then now.
Honestly, I would rap like
Yes.
Talib Kweli, but I did 5 mil last year. You see
Truthfully,
what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
rhyme like Common Sense. Did 5 mil.
Yeah.
I ain't
been rhyming like Common Sense.
but he
Right.
said that after he said that Nas was what you trying to preach? What you trying to kick garbage?
Trying to kick knowledge.
Yeah, trying to kick knowledge.
That was a beef. you gotta take a shot.
The nigga hit me with ether,
He
bro.
felt like
Speak.
he's like, ugh.
Do you have to say that?
Do you have to say that though? Even
Yeah.
though you've secretly been warning. It's almost like gay people, like those gay dudes that are like
I wish I was straight.
those gay Republicans, that are like, fuck gay guys. And they come out like months later, like, oh shit, that guy was gay.
I think it was,
sucking dick.
I think it was I think he took a shot to try to get people to be like, well, Nas isn't really smart,
So,
but we all know different.
I guess if I had to draw it back as far as the question, are we talking about the Jay Electronica album as much as we're talking about the Jay-Z Evolution? Because the Jay-Z Evolution to me...
Well, my other problem with that is I don't know how I feel after watching the Malcolm X movie, the documentary, and reading the book. I don't know how I feel about Jay Electronica preached to me about being Muslim after all that shit.
Jay Electronica or Jay-Z?
Jay Electronica.
I ain't
Jay
with that
Electronica.
NOI.
Oh, with the, what,
I ain't
Rough
with
House?
that.
Yep.
All of it. That whole album is him talking about being the honorable Elijah Muhammad. You hear it throughout the whole album.
But I don't think so there's sets of Muslims. You got the Nation.
Yep.
You got 5%ers.
Israelites.
Yep. And so I don't know where he falls.
Sounds easy.
So I don't go into that
See, that's
depth of it.
That's
right?
where my mind goes. As soon as I heard the first, that's where I have to go.
How do these bars pertain to my life? And when I do that, this man is rapping.
Okay, yeah,
Right?
I'll give you that.
Jay is rapping. Like he really is like, oh, this nigga spitting because
But you also have to take me for who I am, right? For the guy who says it's not the man or the message. That's what I hear when I hear this album.
what I can't do is ignore the message. And
Malcolm X did.
I think Jay says it on there as far as like me turn coon or this, that, and the third. The shit that I have been talking about now is happening. Tell me what you think now.
Yeah. Am I your favorite now?
Am I your favorite now? And it's right. Like that 444 album was a prelude to where we are right now. It really was.
In what sense?
In the fact that we need to start minding our business, minding our money, understanding the difference between us and these other religious and social racial groups, and understanding that they are making more headway. The Chinese in America, the Jewish in America, the Latin America in America, all making greater strides to their progression and dominance here than we are because we're crabs in a barrel.
But that's overshadowing like Malcolm X and Martin and all those greats that have been preaching those same things. Right?
It's not an overshadowing. I think it's a reminder.
Yeah.
We stopped talking about that. We started talking about bitches, hoes, money, cars, hoes. We started talking
including
about
him, including himself.
Hey,
But he's talking about evolution.
made it the best, but I'm talking about evolution.
So you made your money. Now you want to come back and tell me?
No, because you're equivalent to making money. And so I had this conversation in the barbershop. So what if I'm a guy that was in the streets, but I ain't making money, but now I'm back in the streets talking to guys about not being in the streets. I can't
reform.
I can't change.
This is a good question. Can I reform? And then, but you know what? To your point, that's the shit that we do, right? Niggas go to jail, come out of jail, and they're like, my brother, if I could just enlighten you about this. And it's like, cut this nigga's mic off, bro.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it's just like that Martin shit where he goes through the whole spiel. And it's like, basically what I'm asking you is, do you have $5 I can borrow?
Yeah.
Right? But that's not happening here with the Jay Evolution or the Electronica album. It is, we're still rich. We're just trying to give you $9.99. We're giving you $1 million worth of game for $9.99.
I like what you guys are saying. The only part that I would disagree with is I don't think we forgot. I think Jay and Jay fans forgot. I think that's what I think.
But we're one of the 8 smartest people in the world.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
All right.
That's true.
Okay.
But I don't think I think Jay and Jay fans forgot because there was still a lineage of people that were preaching a ton of shit that were along this lineage, and I love the growth, right? Like one of y'all said, the evolution. I think that should be praised more than anything because you saw it in like Nas's upbringing, right? He was always known to be a flip-flop rapper. Like, why is he always changing his ways? You know what I'm saying?
Tupac.
Tupac, why is he always change? But you could see this evolution. It wasn't a change to be different. It was this change because it was growth there.
I'm
you
growing.
know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that all about? Same thing you could see with Jay, you know what I'm saying? And his evolution and even his presence, you know what I'm saying? His presence has changed. He talks about how he made an event Easter, the rock brunch or whatever,
Rock brunch, yeah.
the Rock Nation brunch Easter. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell his whole situation, his whole life has changed. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting courtside tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
LeBron's.
What's the bar where he's like, yo, I wouldn't have had to do nothing if somebody else would have came off the bench when it came to that NFL shit, but nobody else was stepping up. That's that evolution where it's like, ooh, he did that.
But I think
Yeah.
so. To add the money back, and I think the money allows him to do these things now.
I'm a big component of, in order to beat a system, you first have to assimilate to the system without committing yourself to it, to knowing that I'm in it, I'm going to make my bread, I'm going to make my mark. And then once I make my mark, assimilated to this system, now I'm going to branch off, and now the system has to assimilate to me.
So the line he has for the whole, right, sell out. Why would I sell out? I'm already rich. Don't make no sense. Got more money than Goodell. A whole NFL bench.
That sounds like something a sellout would say. But
there's no convincing niggas.
But they're saying people were saying he sold out for the money.
Didn't have to do
I
it.
don't need the money.
But are you
can we
saying that
factor in
he's
evolution?
not making any money with the NFL?
No, he is making.
Of course
so
he is. But can we factor in evolution? I don't have to say that. I don't have to bring it up at all. In fact, I can just drop another Money Cash host. I can just drop another Big Pimpin'.
When I said I wanted Bub to run for mayor, David said, no, why do I want him in the system? Your point was just that Jay-Z assimilated into the system. So it's the same shit there.
I need us in there. I spooked by the door. Same type of thing. I need us in the. Listen, the machine is going to keep on machining.
Yes.
Until we change the components of the machine. The only way we can change the components of the machine is to be the fucking component.
So Jay-Z is Neo.
100%. 100%. That is you couldn't have said it more perfect.
See, all right.
He may not be your Neo.
I've been
I like you, Cover.
Yeah, he's not my Neo, but
Jay-Z is the Neo. And if it's not him, who you gonna give it to? Puff? Nah. Puff got even more bigger issues. No, he might be gay. I don't know about this liquor shit. We don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he is the closest thing that we have to a Neo who can assimilate in every system. What he gives back, and I told you, remember when we talked about when he did that deal with the NFL? I said we have to wait. We have to wait to see what happens. Yeah. Oh, he's going to get the Super Bowl. He's going to predict this, that, and the third. Okay, I hear you. That collective bargaining that just happened with the NFL and they just signed that agreement again.
That NFL players were complaining about, but go ahead.
They are complaining about the 17th game. They're complaining about this, that, and the third. What they're not complaining about is the increase in their baseline pay. They're not complaining about the fact that you can't franchise two people at one time. You got to franchise one, pay the other. They only complain about the shit they don't like. We're not doing the due diligence to realize why it was agreed upon.
You think that was Jay-Z?
I think he's in this system. In the system. How many people signed a Rock Nation in the system? He had to create a Rock Nation in order to infiltrate. If he ain't better than Big, who's the closest one?
You don't feel it. You don't feel it.
No. So
feel right.
So let me take this to a smaller scale. So weeks ago, I talked about how Bub and Ev take kids out to East Green, wherever the fuck it is.
Put them in private schools.
And put them in private schools. Thumbs up. You don't feel like that's a Band-Aid situation to something that is a bigger problem? Why do Bub and Ev have to take kids from Providence out there into a private school? And why aren't we fixing the issues at the Providence schools? Why aren't we fixing it at a bigger scale?
Because people said the same to me when I moved to Barrington, put my kids in Barrington school, when I work in Providence 24/7. And so I'm like, if I'm not part of, so we know reduction in crime, specifically violence in what I work in, contributes to communities as far as taxes, right? Property value.
I wasn't coming at you. I'm not coming at you.
And so
I'm coming at him.
And so
answer the question.
But we don't have to take kids from Providence and put them in.
I know that, and I commend you for that. Yeah. But how isn't there a limit? How many players are on a basketball team? There's only 10, 11, or however many players. So you're only going to get really 12 players eventually if you can get a whole team over there. Yeah. What about the rest of the kids?
Guess what happens?
Fuck them, right?
No.
Yes. No. That's exactly what that is.
No. Providence starts realizing how much talent.
Why do you think that's going to change it? Why do you think that's going to change the mentality?
But should that be the reason why we don't give the 10 kids the opportunity? Because Providence isn't going to change?
So this is what doesn't get taken into account when it comes to test scores, low test scores in Providence, is the fact the amount of charter schools, right? So these kids are now leaving Providence school systems, going to charter schools, leaving Providence school systems to go to private schools. And so you're taking essentially the cream of the crop. They're not in our Providence school systems. Providence has to start to think about something, unless they're just going to continue to be failing.
We have to retain this talent.
Yeah. We got to figure out a way.
Like any corporation.
Yeah, you got to figure out a way to keep kids from not going to charter schools, private schools. Because most parents don't want to pay for private school.
I don't.
They're like, and that's why we moved to Barrington. I'm not going to pay. I don't have the money.
I moved Megatron to North Providence.
Yeah. I'm going to go move Barrington and we'll pay the higher, whatever else. But I think Providence it's Providence and the people that are running the Providence school system, and also community members. Not, I see a lot of people pointing fingers. Oh, Providence school system needs to do this. You need to do that. But what are you contributing to make sure that those things happen?
So how do we do that? I guess is my question. How do we
keep losing?
That's not going to solve the problem. Why do you think that losing is going to solve the problem?
Because
I don't think the people can solve it.
The way funding works.
So who solves it then?
I think it's the school system. I think it's representatives. I think it's
the funding towards those school systems.
I think you have those problems because you have people trying to solve it. That is Bub trying to solve it. That's Ev trying to solve it. That's people doing their best trying to solve it.
And their solution is to move them to a different place.
And to your point, that's a Band-Aid solution. 100% agree.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
But the reason why the reason why that exists is because of there's a stigma around Providence schools that just doesn't leave with
and we don't
years.
even have to
not a stigma,
focus
it's a
on, we don't even have to focus just on Providence. I'm talking about just schools in general. I just use Providence as.
Let's focus on Providence. The proficiency scores are terrible.
The proficiency scores
for the public schools in
been
Providence.
Horrible for the past 12 years, right? And it's been because of the stigma.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been because it's like, fuck Providence, man. Like, fuck these school systems and fuck any neighboring county or
you know what's
city
crazy?
Or whatever the fuck.
Taxes still keep going up in Providence. How the fuck is my school system in a basement for proficiency, but my taxes still go up?
Because we don't give a shit. We're not a community that gives a shit about...
Collectively.
When's the last time you voted for your councilman?
Collectively.
Yeah.
We had last podcast or something. We talked about how neither of us, how people move out the hood. I think I had a conversation with somebody that was trying to tell me that I left the hood or whatever. And
yeah, you sell out ass.
I'm a sellout.
This nigga talking from outside looking in. Oh, it's clean water out here.
Oh, you left the hood.
Y'all niggas still drinking tap?
So it's that type of shit, right? It's that type of shit. It's that type of mentality. Like I have my own people telling me I left the hood. Like my own people. Like what the fuck are you telling? What
They said Kaba can't go back home. Last time I heard that, I was not back home. I'm out here.
I'm out here in the woods. But yeah, I think you're always going to have that stigma. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna have. To that person, I'm always going to have the stigma of this banker that made it out the hood.
There's people that our age that went through the Providence school system was like, yo, I didn't learn shit. Just saying that alone.
That is a failure on them.
No, but saying there's a majority of people that keep saying that, and so that puts the stigma that you go to Providence. I passed,
and I start believing that me being just 9 to 5 is whack.
Yeah.
Yo, how much of this goes back to buying a block? Because if what we talked about last week was buying a block,
it changes.
And we own that neighborhood, I want my tax money to go to the public schools in my neighborhood. And I vote for councilmen who will make sure.
Was Reem on the podcast when was you a co-host when you was talking about tax dollars going to
feeding the community?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think if we as a people started focusing on, we value the most what we don't focus on. I think that's one of the reasons why we value Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a lot of money.
Yo, huge bar right there. We value the most what we don't focus on, but we expect change.
Hell
and we're not even focused on it.
We're not even focused on it.
That's a bar.
We don't give a fuck about, we joke about FICO. We have the slightest idea how that's broken down.
Huh? Yeah.
The slightest idea.
Where does it go after I pay it?
Who's FICO?
Who is that? Right? So we don't even know where all these taxes, where our tax money's going, where our income is.
State and federal.
We can give a fuck as long as we get a check.
Long as I get a return.
Yeah, let me get a return, dog.
As long as I get a return.
Let me get a return. What are you getting a return for?
And that $1,000.
You're not getting a return.
Trump's giving us.
The crick.
I'm gonna need.
Taking it.
I want that.
We're gonna research your last 14 months of posting before you get a check. Because if you said hashtag not my president, your check may not come.
To you.
But we don't dive that hard into it, and that is why I appreciate the evolution of where Jay is going and what Jay Electronica is talking about. Because for me, as a person who believes he's an intellectual, I hear that and it reinforces the fact that I need to start asking these questions.
So now we're gonna pod. I know where Jay's going. What is Jay Electronica talking about?
I'm rapping with Jay.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I told you he's talking about being part of Islam. That's all I hear from him.
This is the last time I heard.
The beats is hard, though.
I can do without him.
I thought the beats were good. The beats were good.
Yeah.
I can do without him.
And Jay-Z's lyrics were. So the way that I described somebody was elite lyrics over a very boring album. Like very elite.
Was they over rapping?
Very elite.
Was they over rapping?
No.
No?
You know how I take this album? The same
I'm
way I
only
took the
3/4 in.
last Lupe album.
Yep.
It's boring. I just listened to it. Like, yo, the rapping on
It's
here
not
is
a banger.
super dope.
It's
There's
not a
no
banger.
club banger.
It's not a
From
banger.
what I heard.
But the
there's no
rapping
club
is
banger.
crazy.
Yeah.
So you want to listen for the rapping, and then after that, I don't want to hear it again.
It's a good album. I like it. It's
Did
not a
Kava
banger
just
though.
call Lupe trash again?
He didn't.
I heard that shit. Never wanted to hear it again.
Yeah.
He definitely said I heard it. Never wanted to hear it again.
He just said that about Jay-Z too.
That's
so.
what I got from Kava. No,
Nah,
not about
he didn't say
Jay.
that.
Oh, you heard Jay-Z, Alex heard Lupe?
No, I heard Lupe.
And I heard Jay-Z.
I heard Lupe.
I heard Jay-Z.
But you know that's not true.
I do.
Shit. Yo, I think both of them are very elite rappers.
Yeah.
Lupe definitely
Very
over
I
rap.
think at the
Very
end
good.
of the day, the album should force you to think about the picture frame and not your immediate vision. That picture frame, they keep giving it to us. Like Jay-Z keeps giving us the picture frame. He does. The whole spectrum.
I disagree.
I don't know how.
I don't know what Jay-Z is talking about most of the time. I know what he's talking about. He keeps finding very slick ways of telling us he got money.
No.
That's all he's doing.
No. I think he keeps telling me very specific ways
Very,
about how
very
to
slick
get
ways.
money.
He's not telling me how to get money.
Of
He's
course
telling
he
me
is.
very, very slick ways
When
how
you-
he made his money. Now, whether I want to emulate that, that's different.
When he
And I need a certain capital
when
in
he
order to buy a
tells
$2
you-
billion painting.
No. So you focused on the painting part, right? But when he tells you why Jewish people are what they are, they don't spend this much money in a strip club.
Yeah.
I hear that bar. And I'm like, are you still spending money in a strip club? Because you're fucking up if you are. You know what I mean? It's subtle. It's inside of it. Maybe it should be broadcasted louder. But there are ways to improve your financial situation in just listening to the bars. Because
It just
I agree
sucks
with-
for a person like me because
I agree
there's
with
been a
Kama.
lot of rappers that's been saying that
No.
shit for years.
No,
Agreed.
you've been
It
listening
sucks.
to those.
It's a double-edged sword. It
Yeah.
sucks from my ego perspective, right? Because from my ego perspective, you're like, fuck.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers been saying this shit for years. Now this motherfucker comes out of nowhere trying to preach. But from a selfless perspective, I love it because you can see the evolution of somebody
Yeah.
going from where they've been through,
Mhm.
even though they've done some crazy and fucked up shit, right?
how
To get
many
to where they've
Malcolms
been.
before Malcolm?
Huh?
How many Malcolms before Malcolm? There were a ton of motherfuckers talking about NOI.
I don't know though.
There were a ton.
I don't know because
There were a ton of people.
Elijah Muhammad was a different type of Malcolm. If you want, I mean, Malcolm just revolutionized a
That's
different type.
one
of dude.
other, right? Between Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X, there were a ton of people preaching the word of Islam. But there's only one Jay. And the fact that he elevated himself to a place where now what he says is so pertinent to society that it challenges
But I also think,
NOI.
I also think he felt the pressure of popularity, right? People see
Gotta
him
have
as
it.
this guy. To your point, there's been tons of rappers that have been spitting. all
Not
types of-
popular.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're not popular, so
Lupe.
depending on
Dead
you,
Prez.
depending on your
Dead
preference,
Prez.
depending no,
Talib Kweli.
yeah, depending on your preference of music, if you're in those, if those your type of artist, you've been hearing this.
Right.
For some people that follow Jay-Z throughout his career, and usually people that were in the streets probably attached themselves. To your point, you said you're looking for life lessons or what's relative to your life in music.
Mhm.
And so I've always said the reason why I didn't follow a Nas is because everything Jay-Z was talking about was everything around me and what I've seen. And so that made me go that path. And I felt like for me, in my teenage years, Nas, even though I could recite his bars.
I would tell you fucked up because Nas was spitting.
No, I could recite his bars line for line, but that doesn't mean I actually know what he's talking about.
You didn't absorb it.
Right? And so, but Jay, I'm digging deep into those. I'm listening to the album over and over again and finding something new that I learned. And so, for me, I can appreciate where Jay has started. I think he still throws shots of money in every verse he does.
Is.
As he should,
That's who he is. No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with
but
it.
that's what we're chasing.
Yeah.
We are chasing capitalism. We are chasing profitability. Yes, he is.
So,
because
I think
you need it in order to make the change in the world that you want to make. So you have to throw it out there like you can make this happen if you get this amount of bread. Let me show you what the amount of bread you need. You need the amount of bread to pay $3 million on a piece of art that's going to appreciate to $8 million because that $5 million profit is going to afford you the opportunity to make social change. You hear about the art, you hear about $3 million, you hear about the $5 million profit, but at the end of the day, are you really listening long enough to know that you just acquired $5 million to make social change?
No, I agree with you. What I'm saying is, to Kaba's point, he's throwing money in there. We got to recognize that he does throw money.
I love it
in there.
But that's also what makes him great, right? Is that his
delivery,
his delivery
articulation
has always been. He should have never he came out with, remember that line? My memory's fucked up. But remember that line that he was in the middle of beef and he was like he said something like if you think Jay rhymes about guns and money, you're not listening. I forget what line it was. It was a dope bar though. It was a dope bar, and you must not be listening to my songs or something like that. I forget what it was.
Sounds about right. It sounds good.
I hate that because no, we are listening to your songs. This is what you rap about. It's not like it's not that you're not rapping about this. You are rapping about this, and you're the best at rapping about that. So you should elevate that. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be a knock. That should be like, nah, I rap about money and bitches. Like, that's what I do.
But it made you remember that bar.
But no, it was
the fact that he self-deprecated made you remember that bar.
It was just a dope bar.
No. But I think the point was he felt a loss in the beef.
He felt this not what I do.
No, I can rap about that stuff too.
I get it. Yeah. But to the point that we're all trying to make, like, I think with this album, I don't know where. I think he's trying to elevate Jay Electronica.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if he has a particular agenda.
Because would you listen to this album if Hov wasn't on it?
Yes, I would have.
I would have 100% because I wanted to be a Jay Electronica fan. But I wanted to be because I wanted to know
he wasn't trash.
I would have listened to it too, but I don't know if I would have listened to it in the depth that I have, because Jay has elevated his bars. You just said it. You listened to it once and was like,
no, I listened to it 3 times.
Oh, 3 times.
That says something to me about Jay Electronica. The fact that Jay-Z, my favorite rapper of all time, would make himself this available to this rapper.
Absolutely.
Or the fact that he's married to a Rothschild. I don't know. That maybe have something to do with it.
I doubt it.
Well,
only the richest family that we know of.
But guess what? Your Rothschild is a goddamn militant Israel. So again, be part of the system, assimilate, make a difference. So to your point about Jay promoting Jay Electronica's ability, I agree. I think that's exactly what's happening. Because I would not have listened without it.
Did he fail?
No. Honestly, how
if Jay Electronica comes out with another album, would you hop to listen to it?
Yeah.
Do you know why? I like the beats. Yeah. I like the sound of it. I like the music composition of it, where I'm like, oh, this shit hard as. Oh, Jay's on it. Like, I already went into this shit hard as fuck. Jay's on it. Ooh, all right. Jay hit me at this level. Okay, cool. Jay Electronica about to fuck this up. Oh, that's a bar. So it just made me get into it. Just music sonically, I'm into this album.
What are you thinking, Alex?
I don't know. I have to go. I'm back and forth with it. Like I want to like it.
I don't think you have a choice.
Why did
Like
you
7 times.
So why did you text?
I don't
people
think
to
you
listen
can
to
like
it?
Lupe and not like Jay Electronica. And the only
I already
reason,
told you why I can't.
Lupe is talking about something. Jay Electronica isn't talking about anything.
he is,
He's
but it's
just
a very
rapping.
specific agenda.
What is it?
It's greater than capitalism.
What?
In which way?
I'm listening to it, and this nigga's not a capitalist.
I don't know that. He's married
didn't-
to a Rothschild.
I know who he's married to, but I'm listening to the bars, and I'm just like,
It could be.
He loves her.
I don't know that though. You see what I'm saying?
how
I don't
about
know
that? Can we ask that question?
Why don't
What's
you
that?
just
Is this
suspect
Rothschild a
I can
black
suspect
woman?
that, or
No.
I can suspect the opposite.
Is
right? I
she
can
that?
be
Why
a-
not suspect love?
African
Okay.
Hebrew?
love for what?
I don't know.
She is a white woman.
Yes.
So now I can understand the discrepancy. How, big bro? How it would be like Malcolm X going from getting his hair turned red,
Marilyn Monroe.
pimping out white women, to growing into the greatest voice of the Nation of Islam,
And then
and being married to Barbara Bush. Hard to take him seriously. I get that part.
This is the thing. This
nah,
is,
I mean, love who you love.
this
No.
is my thing with Jay Electronica.
You can send 4 hearts, but he can't love a white woman.
I said love who you love. I said love who you love.
Yo, I bet you she don't eat no fucking bacon. I bet you she don't eat no bacon, bro.
100%.
100%. In that house, she walk around in dashikis. It's 100% true. She's assimilated.
He's had a hype for like 10 to 15 years.
For a long time.
10 to 15 years as one of the best rappers to ever touch the microphone.
Not with me. I heard him.
But
he's
this is the hype that he's had.
I
right?
heard him.
So now, coming from that hype, at least for me, it was coming from that hype. I've been in a very weird place with hip hop lately, where I'm like, I'm about to turn my back on you. But
Making my way downtown, walking by. I was like, I'm done with this hip hop shit.
but
Has 3 Doors Down dropped a new album? 'Cause I want to hear some
like
new
I'm trying
music.
to hear some other shit. I saw that Miles Davis documentary on Netflix. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm on
Yo,
right now.
honestly, the Miles Davis movie where Don Cheadle plays Miles Davis,
Incredible.
phenomenal.
Incredible.
Phenomenal.
But yeah, like you have this hype for 10, 15 years and as the most elite rapper ever, and then you're gonna bore me to death with this Hamdulillah shit. Like, my man, I get it.
Is that a part of our ignorance, though?
No, because
I don't know what he means when he goes
Because-
into that.
So
shit.
that was my problem. Like I don't know
I
what
don't
that
know what
means.
it means. It
So
might mean some real shit.
I tried because again,
Quarantined.
I don't know if it's my ear or what it is, but I've been looking at lyrics, trying to look for Genius or whatever, or trying to just Apple Music, see if they got their lyrics updated. Because I like to read while I'm listening to the music.
put
or
the
whatever,
song
right?
titles in a different language.
Huh?
He put the song titles in a different. It is in Arabic.
No. I
isn't it?
got the.
Right, so you had to translate that.
No. I got the English version.
Yeah, it's in English.
I got the English version.
Oh,
Dog.
the one I saw had all Arabic.
Nah. I got.
The title
American.
has English.
American dog.
Oh, you got. oh, y'all got title. Oh, y'all not 9 to 5 niggas. Y'all got title money. Oh, y'all got title money. I'm just using the shit that Apple came with. Okay.
No, I really don't think he's saying much. I really, if he was preaching that Quran shit, I'd be excited. That would be excited. Like if he was on some Killer Priest shit, like that would be excited.
Can I challenge you to listen to it again and don't think about the message? Listen to the bars.
Then I'm listening to the last Lupe album.
I'm fine with that, but
Then no, I'm not gonna listen to it again.
But that's why I can't fuck with niggas, bro. I want you to hear that with that ear only because I didn't go in to listen to the album with the. I didn't go into the album thinking about his message. I didn't care. I honestly thought he's one of the worst rappers ever because I'm only grading him against his performance against Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar, and Control. So I'm like, this guy. I'm gonna listen to him because
Listen to the song.
It's been anticipated,
We
right?
made it. It's an old song.
But when I listen to it, just looking for bars, I'm like, oh, they're in there. There are bars in there. Not training me, not teaching me anything, just
No, there are.
on a lyrical basis of, is that a bar? That's a bar. So I challenge you to listen to it with no agenda except for, is that a lyrical bar?
But why am I going to do that when Jadakiss just put an album out with
I'm
bars
all over Ignatius.
where I can enjoy that?
I'm all over
and I'm not
Ignatius.
going to enjoy this dude just spitting bars over
How happy
Alhamdulillah,
are you
dog.
that Jadakiss went back to Jadakiss format? Because that Top 5 Dead or Alive album was trash.
Yep.
Because he tried to assimilate to the times.
Yep.
But in Ignatius, it's just Jadakiss rapping that. Me.
I like that me track.
Me, that's tough.
Jadakiss is only a notch above this album, though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
I'm
I'm
not mad
turned
at you.
off these
I'm not
days,
mad
man.
at
I'm
you.
sorry.
You didn't like hunting season.
sorry. I'm
You know
sorry.
what?
Hunting
You
season
left.
was dope.
Yeah, now you left
Me
already.
was
You know
dope.
what? I want to
Hunting
hear
season
your
was dope.
review on the Taylor Swift album because this nigga's gonna be lighting the matches and shit. He like, oh my god, Taylor. Dave left rap. Not the nigga that has an album
This shit is
with
not
the
moving.
Statue of Liberty holding a goddamn N16.
Shit ain't
You didn't
moving me,
leave
dog.
rap on me, did you?
Shit ain't moving me right now, dog.
What, Kiss or the J?
David.
No,
Rap.
Rap ain't moving me
Rap.
right now, man. Like I haven't.
I always pronounce her name.
Styles, I think was the last person I was like,
I always pronounce her name wrong.
And he don't even mean me.
Is it Janae or Jean Aiko? What is
Janae
it?
Aiko.
Janae
Aiko.
Aiko. Yes.
It's Janae?
Yeah.
All right.
Janae.
Her album's banging.
Yo, her shit is banging if you want to break up.
No. If you want to fuck,
All right. So you say I listened to a track the other day back on my BS, and I was like,
That was a good
damn.
one with her.
Yeah,
I like
her
that.
and her.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, yo, I don't need my baby mother to hear this. I don't need her to hear this.
or it don't concern you.
Exactly. This just sound like a clash of Keisha Cole.
What's the other girl? Keisha Cole is another one.
Jasmine Sullivan?
Yes.
Bust the windows at your car. That's what Janae Aiko album sound like. A combination of Jasmine Sullivan and Keisha Cole with 40 on the beat.
So, Carver, to your point, was Joe Buttons right?
About
what Joe Budden say?
Basically, this album's whack if Jay was not.
No, I wouldn't say that. I
Okay,
wouldn't say
it's
it's a
not
whack
whack.
album because it's not a whack album.
Okay.
production is dope.
I'm just saying that for me.
Mhm.
For me, I'm not going to go back to it. I can see why it's again elite bars,
Mhm.
elite, not great bars, not super dope bars, elite bars.
Mhm.
It was just not a Lupe album. The last one.
I love
the
that
last
one.
I like you. I like how you keep throwing that. Yes.
Elite
Yo, the whole time he's
I
like,
love
yo,
that
this nigga
album.
about to swing on me. Hey,
Allison
Lupe,
behind
Lupe.
me.
Hey. Time out. 20
say-
seconds.
well,
I like Lupe.
Lupe.
What album?
Lasers.
The last one?
The last
Can you
one.
say it again?
Lasers. Yo, can you even tell me the last album title?
Lasers was dope.
Did you? That's how much I know you didn't care about the Lupe album is because you can't tell me the title of the last album.
You looking to?
It was Kaba.
No.
Kaba. It was.
He just said
No,
it.
I don't.
It was samurai swords and.
There wasn't no damn samurai sauce.
Oh, all right. My
But go
bad.
ahead.
I just
But
made
cook.
up the
But cook.
title.
Cook, my guy.
It was
my guy.
samurai swords and kimonos. The last album Lupe dropped was. But hey, guess what? I sent you that shit today.
Oh, he was on it in 2007.
Yo, in 2007,
and he was on it.
He did not predict. He, at a verbatim pace, described exactly what's happening now with this coronavirus shit.
Jay would never.
Never.
Nah, because I think Jay would be like, I'm inside the pharmaceutical markets.
Exactly.
Doubling
Yeah,
up on
exactly.
what we did. This vaccine about to be mean.
Hence,
Which wouldn't be a problem. Because
Which
in my
is-
mind, I'm like, I need to know who's making the vaccine. I'm about to drop a couple stacks in that in that stock portfolio.
that's 90.
That's 90.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
we hit 90.
Honorable mentions? No. We got the polls.
Let's go with the polls.
So, what did I tell you about the The question was who asked the question?
Which one?
Did your mama hand you hand sanitizer with no hug?
What was that?
Yo, Bub didn't hug his mother.
She won't hug
Everybody,
me.
send a moment of silence.
Did you
Bub.
put your hands out for the hug?
Yeah,
No.
I think he did it. I think he did it. She hit him with
Before I even got to her, she was like,
my nigga. Yo, your mother hit you with a my nigga. My nigga.
I don't know you like that. I don't know you, man.
You
I
came
love your
out.
kids.
I don't know what you
I
did
love
since
them.
you've
They're
been
my
out.
grandkids. I love them too.
Yeah, we don't need that here.
Yeah.
Don't even bring your grandkids here. Leave them in the car. Get this elbow work.
Yeah, we don't need that.
What was the? I gotta go back.
Yo, FYI, this microphone has hella Corona on it. Like, make sure I get the orange mic for the next 6 to 14 days.
Yeah, Alex.
I get the orange mic. Everybody here has to keep their own fucking mic. Remember the color, because this is the closest I'm coming to exposure.
Yeah.
Inviting you three motherfuckers over here, honestly, has put
We're
everybody.
supposed to
at
be
risk.
10 feet away.
6
6 feet away.
I thought it was 10.
Six,
No,
no
six.
more than 10 people.
No more than 10 people.
10
6
people.
feet away.
Yep.
Yeah, and this
We're
mic.
still fucking up. We're
Yeah.
still fucking up. This is still.
I went to shits.
We're breathing and shit.
Listen
How
to me.
long has it been since you changed one of these air filters? It's crazy in here.
No
dog.
windows open.
No windows
I
open.
went to shits,
Corona
though.
is living
We got it.
rampant in
And
here.
Nah,
We got
that's bullshit. Sis is in charge of the window openings. She's been opening windows beyond
Let's go,
my
sis.
request, because I'm
Sister.
like, hey, I'm still paying for the heat.
Good job, sis.
Close
Oh,
that
no.
goddamn window.
There hasn't been a window open since we got here.
Not here. Yo, it's open in the bathroom. It's open in the bathroom.
So the question was basically, what do you, when you shower or bathe, what do you use?
Other than soap.
Washcloth and soap, or just soap? And the poll for IG was, what I say, 56%
That's
said.
close.
56% said they use a washcloth and soap, and 44% said they use just soap.
A lot of white people on your IG.
Wow.
Hey, man.
That was on the Growing
That's-
Pains IG.
That a lot of white people on the Growing Pains pod. Gracias. I shouldn't even say gracias.
No.
Thank you, brethren, for tuning in. But get a washcloth.
What are you trying to wash off with the washcloth?
We talked about this already.
you know why the washcloth matters?
Like,
Because
you're protecting with so many layers all day. What is it that you're trying to wash
No.
off with the washcloth?
I'm not trying to clean anything else. All I'm saying is that exfoliation is a real thing. And nobody exfoliates with a smooth anything. It's like a salt or a sugar. It's something that scrapes the surface.
Why is exfoliation a real thing?
So you exfoliate every day?
No,
Every day that you shower?
Why
I don't.
is exfoliation a real thing?
It
Why
is.
is taking off? Don't we just naturally take off dead skin?
I'm not thinking that deep.
No, you naturally
It's what
grow.
I've been taught.
You naturally grow dead skin.
It's what I've been taught.
And
No,
if you wipe
skin
it with
dies.
if you wipe it with a soap, a bar of soap, then you're not scrubbing anything. Exfoliation requires a scrub, which means you get down to the raw part of your skin.
So why did they make face cloths or washcloths or
Because-
sponges?
because of the
I'm
black
asking the people
plague.
that don't use any of these things. They just use soap to skin.
And I know that Alex
Are
is
there
one
any-
of them.
I'm definitely one of them.
Okay.
I'm definitely one of
You're
them.
a soap guy.
So why did it make washcloths and sponges?
Why do they make anything?
Because people
I'm just asking.
use washcloths.
Okay. Preference.
56 to
preference.
44.
Yeah.
I expected
It was
that to
higher
be-
at one point. Then all of a sudden I was like, God damn.
That was me going on every up.
Al voted 138 times.
Because on Twitter, it was higher.
Nah, on Twitter it was
very
like
high.
88% to like whatever the hell
He was
the
washcloths.
88% soap?
No,
no,
washcloths.
the opposite.
Oh,
Washcloth.
you're on black Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you niggas ain't getting no refunds from Donald Trump, by the way. Thank you for your 84% vote, but I don't know. I just, unless I am going to scorch my skin, I need a washcloth.
It's too much. It's too much.
I'm down with scorching,
okay.
but it works that way though. If you go, you know what? Think about beauty products, right?
Listen, I wouldn't have an argument until you started calling me that I don't wash myself. Until you said that I'm dirty.
You don't wash yourself. You
Yes, I
wipe
do.
yourself.
No,
with soap. Okay. You wipe yourself with soap. You don't wash yourself with soap.
This is why this is an argument.
So, you know, but
This is why this is an argument.
Think about this one product, right? And I've never used it. I will never use it.
Can we get out of here, please?
It's mad aggressive. They paste this black shit on their face, and then they peel it off, and it pulls all of the dirt from out of their pores.
Is that what a rag does?
No.
Okay.
But I promise you, a bar of soap doesn't come close.
But neither does a rag.
The rag doesn't do that either.
But neither does the rag.
It doesn't do that, but it does more. Does more.
Who's going first? Who got honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Let me jump right out the window. First, I want to honorably mention the fact that Jessica, you deal with your dirty ass boyfriend. I'm gonna jump out the window right there. More importantly, I want to give an honorable mention to the government employees of Rhode Island. I want to thank you for your selfless acts of going to work, knowing that if you're not there to be called, there's no one there to be called.
Should they be getting paid $50 million instead of Tom Brady?
Agreed.
Okay.
But they never won a Super Bowl. At the same time, keep rooting for Tom Brady, even though he went to Tampa Bay. Again, my honorable mention, the government employees of Rhode Island, please continue the selfless work. It is appreciated. It is acknowledged.
Bro, don't just limit it to RI. Go everywhere.
You're right.
Because it's everybody. It's everywhere.
Domestic government employees, resist the want to stay home and protect yourself, because what you do when you go to work protects us all. Honorable mention.
Dope. I'm gonna go with Spark Up podcast.
What up, Spark Up?
Episode 104. They had Sirius Gomes, a young man who I coached in high school, who I've watched grow up and has become a big artist. But it was a dope episode. And they have another young man on there. I forget his name.
How did we get to the episode?
You can go on their IG. Their links in their bio. Spark Up Podcast on IG. That's their tag name.
Shout out to them.
All right, I'm gonna do shout out to my guy Trav. We linked up back a couple weeks ago at my man Kay's mother's celebration of life. You can check this out.
One time for Kay.
This is his hoodie. I'm trying to get him on the podcast. He has we had a good discussion about what we're trying to do with what he's trying to do with his brand, what I'm trying to do with us over here with the Grown Pain. So I want to get him on so he can come and talk about it at some point. But Native Links, I think that's the IG name as well. Native Links, check it out. Hoodies, he's a clothing line.
FYI, I love the font on Native Links. That's a good font.
Yeah, looks
that
dope.
shit's fire.
Looks dope. Yo, my honorable podcast is my girl. Shout out to her, man. Follow her on Facebook, Angela Rotontdo, Alice's Table. The reason is because we've been getting locked down. Well, we're on this quarantine, right? So she's a florist. So as a florist, you have all these events, all these weddings, all these,
everything's
getting canceled. Everything's getting canceled. Everything's getting just shut down, right? Yeah. She's making $10 kits while you're at home with your kids. She'll hand deliver them to you as long as you're in close range. She's making $10 kits. She'll have they're little florist kits.
Life
they
in
have
your
instructions
house.
in them, and now you have life in your house, and you have this kit that you can build with your children. So check her out. Angela Rotontdo, Alice's Table. Check her out on Facebook. Shout out to her.
Yo, did we do 806?
We didn't, but we just did it now.
Did I say it right?
I think you
with
did
a
it
Japanese accent.
The best one was
806.
Yeah, there you go.
I got it. Got it.
Yo, stay safe, man.
No.
Who knows
Don't just stay safe.
After this?
If you are gonna get quarantined, do it sharing this podcast.
You also gotta appreciate.
Yeah, we got 85 other ones you can listen to.
that word.
Only 85.
With the slight improvement in every single one of them.
Yeah.
Don't tell them
We
about
also
how
gotta-
we moving. We just moving.
What
just
you
move-
say?
you're
We
right.
also got to listen to what? Were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna talk shit before we left.
All right,
Go ahead, talk your shit.
Oh, how we ain't got money for universal health care, but somehow 3.2 trillion just came out of nowhere to feed you guys. It's kind of funny. Kind of weird.
I'm still waiting on my $2,000 check. I never said Trump wasn't my president. I don't fuck with him.
Yo, and Biden coming up.
Biden's out here.
Biden coming
Yeah.
up. I'm telling you.
He's out here
Was there a coup? Was he right? Was he right? I don't know. I don't know. It looks coupish. I don't know.
Nobody wants to be a socialist. But like, follow.
Share. Y'all know what to do.
Comment, fact check, all of that shit.
Elderberry, vitamin D.
Elderberry, vitamin
Stop
D.
the fuck up.
What was the other one called? That's not no dose. I'm thinking
Jesus
about. You know my life. My life different. What's the other one? Airborne.
Yeah, all those,
Airborne.
man.
All of that
Just-
shit. Yeah.
Keep yourself healthy and away from people, man.
Wash
Or
your
whatever
fucking hands. Wash your ass. If you're not washing your hands 15 times a day, you're not washing your hands enough. If you're not showering 2 times a day, shower 2 times a day. We got to control this shit so we can go back outside. It's getting nice.
I'm outside.
Word. Do your push-ups. Do your sit-ups. Keep
Word.
yourself healthy. We out.
Peace. Peace.